Hey there, I wanted to chat with you guys today about something I learned about yesterday. We were having our team meeting, and our team got together, and one of our friends on the team shared that she had spoken to an older woman that she was checking in on during this pandemic, and they were just chatting, and the woman shared something that she'd heard from something online, and it was through a rabbi. A rabbi was talking about this and how we're struggling with things, and he said something about when we get frustrated or if something happens, how we assess it is really important. And he said it's important to ask yourself, is this an inconvenience or is it a problem? And I just love that. And Elaine Friedrich, a friend of mine, shared it, saying this is what she'd heard from her older friend. And she said she immediately put it into practice because she scratched her glasses. And she looked at it and she was frustrated. She thought, oh my gosh, how long is it going to take till I can get this fixed and I can get, new glasses or new lens in place? And she realized that it was up in an area that wasn't in her field of vision. So it wasn't disrupting her vision because it was high enough out of that field of vision. But she thought to herself, she goes, oh wait, what did Pamela tell me? What did she say that she shared? She goes, you know what? This is not really a problem. This is an inconvenience. So I just love that, and I thought, what a practical tool for us to think about when we come up against some things like, oh, I don't have enough chicken, or I had one recently, it was like I didn't have vanilla for something, and found out, Google search, that inconvenience of not having vanilla, you can, substitute maple syrup. So assessing, and I know those are tiny things, please hear me, I know those are small things, but really when you think about it, the scriptures tell us in Paul's writing to the Galatians, it says in Galatians 6:9, do not become weary in doing good, because in due time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up. So as this gets long, and as they keep pushing out the shelter-in-place date, we have to consider, are we starting to get weary? And it's okay to say that, yeah, there are some things we're getting weary about. But that we would hold on to continue to choose hope, to continue to assess things, was that an inconvenience? Is this an inconvenience or is that a problem? Because if it's a problem, take the necessary steps to try to solve that problem in what you can do. But if it's an inconvenience, man, it certainly puts it back in perspective. Brene Brown, a very famous researcher, she's written many books, and one of the things she has said over again that I have held on to is the story, to asking yourself, the story I'm telling myself here is, and fill in the blank. And when I heard that, the shelter in place is now pushed back until the end of April, and some things have been canceled on through summer, or, things like that, I'm like, oh, the story I'm telling myself here is this will never end. Well, that's not true. That's not true. The coping mechanisms, the things that we'll learn, the things that'll be developed, the story I'm telling myself is today is hard, or yesterday was hard, or whatever that day was for you, whatever that moment of time is. But I got to make sure that I'm not allowing the enemy to come with lies and deceit. I need to not grow weary of doing good, of having an attitude that is going to choose hope, of having an attitude that I'm going to have time for people, that I'm going to have time for the Lord, that I'm going to have time, I'm going to take and embrace the time that I have. That's the thing that I thought of when I read Galatians 6:9, that we would not grow weary in doing good, that we would hold on, that we would, that in due time, that harvest is going to come if we don't give up. And so I look forward to that day. I trust that it is coming. I really do pray that it does look different. For me, myself, I hope I don't return to a crazy, hectic schedule. I do pray that I always know that, I do hope that I choose not a frenetic pace, but a very intentional pace. That I do lean on virtual and remote calls more. That I do reach out to people and connect with people and take time with people and just send old-fashioned letters in the mail where I had to go and buy stamps. Come on. Those kind of things. So cultivating relationships when it's not easy or seamless, but embracing the time, creating the time, stepping into the time, not growing weary of doing good, not growing weary of, finding those Corona champs, not growing weary of being encouragement and love and a listening ear, but and trusting that in due time that we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. I am praying for you and for me that we don't give up. Let's do that together right now. Father, that we do not give up. That's our prayer. That we don't give up in doing what's good, what brings love and peace and hope to someone else. Father, I pray that you would continue to use each one of us to make another call, to contact another person, to reach out and check on someone, to look around in our homes and the places where we are right now, and how can we be even more kind to the ones that we are sheltering in place with. Father, that we would not grow weary in doing good, because in due time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. I pray Galatians 6:9 over each one of us, and I ask you to continue to increase as we decrease. I ask this in your sweet name, Jesus. Amen. Amen. It is Holy Thursday, and I pray that if you do not have a church home or any place that is able to do things online, if you need a place, I want to invite you to my church. It's called Mount Bethel, and it's mountbethel.org. If you want to look on there, we have things for children. They're doing a virtual Easter walk. We're doing Stations of the Cross. It's online now. You can do it with your family or by yourself, and it's every hour of Jesus's last 14 hours. So please, you can just get a PDF there and read through it on your own and pray on your own. And there's some images and things that'll just help you along that way. Tomorrow is Good Friday. At 12 noon, we have a virtual and online student-led service. I feel like a sneeze is coming on, so excuse me. And it did. And then on Sunday, we have worship on Sunday, and we'd love to invite you to any of those times and any of those things. So know that you're welcome, and happy Easter, and enjoy the rest of this week. And I hope to be back with you soon. Thanks.